Hello and welcome to Lantern Lane Stories. Tonight's story is Anansi the Spider's 3 Impossible Tasks. Long, long ago, when villages nestled at the edge of great forests, there lived a spider named Anansi. His body was no bigger than your thumb, but his mind was clever and full of dreams. Every evening, Anansi looked up at the clouds. High above, beyond all the stars, sat Nyame on a golden throne. Beside Nyame rested something that made Anansi's heart race. It was a wooden box, carved from ancient cedar, tall as a giraffe. Inside that box lived every story ever told, tales of courage, wisdom, and wonder. The box felt so heavy that even the clouds bent under its weight. Kings had palaces. Warriors had spears, but Nyame owned all the stories in the villages below. Something sad happened each night. Children would ask their grandmothers for a tale to help them sleep. The grandmothers would answer slowly, "I have no stories left to tell." The drummers would sit in silence, unable to play new songs. One warm evening, Anansi sat on a silk thread watching the sky. A child's voice drifted up from a cooking fire far below. "I wish I had a story to dream about tonight." In that moment, the small spider decided something very big. Those stories do not belong to the sky alone, he thought. Every person on earth deserves to know them, and I will bring them home. Anansi spun a thick strand of silk from deep inside his belly. It was strong and silver, shining in the moonlight. Up, up, up he climbed, hand over tiny hand. His 8 legs never stopped moving. The air grew cooler and thinner as he rose higher. Soon the earth became just a sleeping shadow below him. At last, the great golden gate of Nyame's palace appeared. Lightning guards stood on either side, fierce and tall. But they could not see so small a spider. Anansi walked right through the gate into the throne room. The air inside smelled like honey and very old stone. Nyame sat sleeping, the box of stories beside him. Gold light shimmered around everything, warm and heavy. Anansi did not try to steal the box and run instead. He walked slowly to the foot of the throne. He spoke very quietly, like a whisper in the wind. "Great Nyame, I have something to ask you." The sky god opened one eye, then the other. Stars seemed to shine inside his dark eyes. "A spider speaks to me," Nyame said, surprised. "Yes, mighty one," said Anansi. "I am small, but my mind is large. What do you want from me, tiny one?" "I wish to buy your stories," Anansi said. "What price will you accept?" Nyame laughed so hard that storms scattered across the sky. His laughter sounded like thunder rolling over mountains. The sky god leaned forward on his throne, amused and curious. "You buy my stories?" Nyame said. "Many kings have tried and failed. I will pay whatever you ask." Anansi said quietly. Nyame's smile grew wide and mysterious. "Very well, small spider, but listen carefully to my price. I require 3 things that seem impossible for one so tiny. First, bring me a gourd filled with angry hornets, still buzzing and alive. Second, bring me a python as long as the widest river, bound and helpless. Third, bring me a leopard, fierce and wild, that you have captured alive. Do this, and all the stories are yours, fail, and you will never climb here again." Anansi looked at the box of stories one more time. He thought of the grandmothers who had no tales to tell. He thought of the children who could not fall asleep. "I will bring you these 3 things, great Nyame," he said, and then he turned and climbed down, down, down toward earth. First, Anansi found a group of hornets buzzing angrily in a mango tree. Their nest hung like a gray lantern from the highest branch. The hornets' bodies shone like polished stone in the morning sun. Anansi climbed that tree carrying a hollow gourd in calm patience. When he reached the nest, he began to pour water over it. The water sprayed down and the air filled with confused buzzing. "This storm will wash away our home," cried the hornets in panic. Anansi called up to them from below in a kind voice. "Quick, come to this dry gourd. You will be safe inside." The frightened hornets believed him. One by one, they flew into the gourd to escape the water. When the last hornet disappeared inside, Anansi plugged the opening with clay. All those angry, powerful hornets were now trapped inside. They buzzed and bounced against the walls, but could not escape. Anansi held the gourd up to the light. Inside, the hornets gleamed like golden anger caught in a bottle. He smiled. "The first impossible task is done," he whispered. Next, Anansi walked through tall grass to find the python. The python was longer than 10 men lying head to heel. Its scales shone wet and smooth like river stones after rain. Its eyes were ancient and very, very watchful. The python lay coiled in the coolest part of the forest, resting. Anansi did not try to fight or chase this powerful creature. Instead, he found a long bamboo pole and dragged it to a river. He stood beside the water and looked at the pole, thinking hard. Then he spoke to the bamboo as if it could hear him. "This pole is long," Anansi said to himself. "But is it longer than the python?" "I think the python is longer," he continued. "Much, much longer." The python, resting in the grass nearby, heard these words. It raised its head, curious and annoyed at the same time. "What silly spider is this?" The python hissed. "I am the longest, strongest creature in all this forest." "Come here and measure me against your pole," Anansi said. The proud python slithered closer, eager to prove its size. "I will show you how long I truly am," it declared. The python stretched itself out straight from head to tail along the pole. But Anansi quickly wrapped vines around the python and the pole, binding them together. Before the snake could move, it was tied tight and could not escape. The third task seemed the most difficult of all. The leopard was fierce and beautiful and dangerous. Its spotted coat looked like the night sky painted on golden fur. The leopard hunted alone and trusted no one in the world. Anansi came to a crossroads where the leopard walked each day. He dug a deep pit right in the middle of the path. Then he covered it carefully with leaves and small branches. Anansi climbed a nearby tree and waited with great patience. Soon, the proud leopard came walking, moving quietly and fast. Suddenly, the ground gave way beneath its feet. The leopard fell into the pit with a roar that shook the trees. "Help me!" the leopard cried. "I am trapped. I cannot climb out." Anansi climbed down from his hiding place, calm and helpful. "Do not worry, great leopard," he called down into the pit. "I will rescue you. I will help you get free." "What can a tiny spider do for me?" the leopard snarled back. "Look above," said Anansi. "There is a bamboo pole near the pit. If you jump and grab it with your teeth, I will push it down to help you climb." The leopard looked where Anansi pointed. "Jump now and you will escape," Anansi promised. The leopard gathered all its strength and jumped. Its jaws closed around the bamboo pole. But Anansi had already tied that pole to the tree with his strong silk. The leopard pulled and pulled, but it could not pull free. Anansi brought all 3 prizes back to the Sky Palace. He carried the gourd full of buzzing, angry hornets. He led the python with vines wrapped around it, guiding it carefully. He brought the leopard, powerful, but now bound and unable to escape. Nyame watched from his throne as the small spider climbed up. The sky god's eyes grew wide with wonder and respect. "You have surprised me, Anansi," Nyame said slowly. "You have done what I thought was impossible. You are truly clever. Strength is not the same as wisdom. Power is not the same as cleverness." You have earned the box of stories. They are now yours to give. Nyame rose from his throne and walked to the wooden box. The god lifted it carefully, his golden hands shimmering. He set the box gently in Anansi's small hands. The box was so heavy that Anansi's legs trembled under the weight, but his heart felt light as air, light as a feather on the wind. Anansi carried the box down the silk strand back to earth. When he reached the villages, he opened the box very, very slowly. Stories poured out like light, like water, like warm wind. Each story found a home in a different person's heart. A grandmother told a story to her grandchild that night for the first time. A child who could not sleep heard a tale and closed their eyes, smiling. A village gathered around a fire and laughed together as someone told a story. From that day forward, stories became the treasure of all people on earth. In the markets of Accra, people still tell the tale of Anansi the spider. They say it reminds us that the smallest person with the sharpest mind can do what seems impossible. Tonight, as you hear this story in Accra, as children and grandparents listen together by warm fires, and so Accra also slowly, slowly fell asleep. Good night.